Hello guys! I know it's super rare of me to wear a red lip, and in all honesty it's because of the t-shirt that I'm wearing today. I don't know, I just wanted to switch things up. I just felt like it. Do I look good? I don't know. My mother would probably say I look terrible in red lip, but that's okay because I'm just being me. No matter the lip, right? Okay, welcome back. Today we're doing one of my favorite brands in its whole entirety, and that is Sora Dora. Okay, I love Sora Dora. You guys know I worked with the brand for years. I really love the owners. They're so creative. In general, their brand can be very, very proud of creating extremely powerful, extremely long-lasting fragrances, which I will probably keep repeating throughout this video. But if you want something that has a decent price comparing to other niche fragrances, and no matter what you get is going to be a powerhouse, then go to Sora Dora. Now, I have almost all the fragrances that they have, except from one that I didn't like, and I'm gonna tell you why in a second. But I have pretty much their whole collection, their range. Now, very soon, there is a brand new fragrance coming out, and it's called Ylop, which is a twist of words for polyamorous. And it is gonna be an absolutely divine, I smelled it already, it's gonna be an absolutely divine, nutty fragrance. Trust me, you're gonna wanna have it if you are a fan of sweet, nutty scents. But since this is still on the way, I don't know when it's gonna be officially out. I'm gonna focus on what I have because this video is gonna be quite long anyway. I have 10 fragrances to talk about anyway, so you know I cannot wait for the brand to release the new thing because there's always gonna be a new thing, right? And as soon as I have Ylop with me, I'm gonna talk to you about it and refer this video if you want to know more. You get what I'm saying. Okay, first, of course I'm gonna rate them like with all branded videos that I do, like a roundup of every brand that I have more than 5 fragrances of. I'm gonna rate them. And the first, which honestly you guys gonna see, mostly I absolutely love all the fragrances, but this one really didn't go well with me, and it is called Greasque. And by the way, my mom loves it. Like, I had multiple samples of Greasque and she took them all. She loves them. She mixes her, you know, makes her own potions with Greasque, whatever. But I don't like it. So for me, you know, scent-wise, I just don't vibe with it at all. For me, this is a very, very basil-oriented fragrance. It's green, aromatic, fresh, spicy, woody, according to Fragrantica, and I do agree. We have peppermint, basil, caramel, woody notes, currant buds, pepper, blackcurrant, cedar, vetiver, bergamot, galbanum, violet, some clary sage, which I also get, and clove. Now, again, I didn't vibe with that fragrance, unfortunately. It's very well made, still super potent, like old Sora Dora. However, it was just not my thing. It wasn't fruity enough for me. It was like a spicy basil-based fragrance, and I just couldn't get to it. So that's why I am gonna rate it 5 out of 10. I know I'm starting the video with a very low note. However, trust me, it gets better. That's literally the only one that I just didn't love. Okay, let's move on. Okay, the next fragrance we have here is also not my favorite, but that's where it ends when it comes to my least favorites. It is Kamel Oud. And this is Laotian Oud. which is not that clean, but it's also not barnyard. Then we have some LME, we have cedar, we have gaiac wood, we have pink pepper, raspberry, we have some cade oil, we have some papyrus, labdanum, cumin, cardamom, saffron, rose, bergamot, aldehydes, and juniper. So as you can see, this is a very complex oud, and I don't love it. I don't love it. At first, I liked it. But when I got it, I was in my heavy oud phase. Heavy oud phase. Now, I don't really use it, and also I don't love it when my man wears it. He loves it, but I'm not a fan. So this, when it comes to, you know, performance, 10 out of 10. Projection, longevity, everything is 10 out of 10. But again, this is not something I'm vibing that much with. I'm kind of like staying away from very heavy ouds at the moment. Maybe it's because of the place that I live in. You know, I'm not in South Africa anymore. I feel like heavy ouds were way more suitable for South Africa for some reason. For some reason, I just don't love it that much anymore. But since it is such a quality creation, I like it more than Greasque for sure. I'm gonna rate it 7 out of 10. But yeah, again, for some reason, it's just too heavy of an oud for me. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but yeah, it's super strong. If you love a combination of resinous oud, you know, with resinous notes, very woody, because there's not just wood, as I mentioned to you, the notes, there's so much more wood to it. Also quite like aromatic leaning because of the piney, like cade oil, you know, those needle, like tree needle facets. With some sweetness of raspberry, then try it, of course. But at the moment, it's not something that I reach for. Of course, I'm gonna keep it in my collection because it's very possible that I will change my mind in the future. Maybe it's just a phase, but at the moment, Camel Oud, not my baby. Okay, we're gonna start with the babies now, okay? Next, we have Brocielande. And this is very often compared to Lyra from Xerjoff, as well as Ex-IDYL Love and Crime, which you guys know I have both. But this to me is actually quite different. This is way less sweet vanilla, and it is so much more interesting. Like, this is very complex fragrance, very complex fragrance. This is a masterpiece. This could be, when it comes to its complexity and the idea and the play between the notes, it could be definitely considered a masterpiece. So here we have lemon and rum, we have lime, we have bergamot, we have vanilla, we have a castoreum and chivet, which are very animalic notes. You know, Chivet or Castoreum, I'm not sure which one, but it used to be used in Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian, not anymore, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, very animalic notes. We also have caramel, ginger, cinnamon, we have iris, sesame, and styrax. So this is complexity done to perfection. This is definitely citrusy, like a very, very sweet candied citrus. And in the dry down, you will mainly smell vanilla with caramel and sesame, with a little bit of rum running through it. But also there's ginger that I definitely do get. That makes it quite spicy with the cinnamon. So in general, you are gonna get a sweet candied citrus with spices and heavy vanilla caramel in the dry down, but everything is covered in that ginger, in those animalic notes slightly. So it is a gourmand, definitely a gourmand leaning fragrance. It is sweet, but it's very, very complex. So it's way more complex than, let's say, Lyra or even ex-IDYL. I think it runs closer to ex-IDYL than it does to Lyra, because ex-IDYL also has that spicier facet. But yeah, this is phenomenal. If you are looking for a very warm, very dense, yet slightly refreshing, thanks to the lime and lemon gourmand, then I would definitely try Brocielande, because it's so well done. Again, for me, from what I know about fragrances, from what I've learned creating fragrances, I would say it is a masterpiece when it comes to the notes. You can love it, you can hate it, but it's definitely a masterpiece. So I'm gonna rate it. Oh, sorry, it dropped literally on the microphone. I'm very sorry. So I'm gonna rate it a solid 9 out of 10. Very, very good fragrance. All right, next one is more of a masculine scent. However, it is absolutely beautiful. One of the best pineapples. This is Gladiator, and I love when my man wears it. I really do. This is one of the favorite of mine when it comes to his collection, because it's clearly in his collection at this point, and he used quite a bit. So Gladiator is grapefruit, peppermint, lemon, green apple, white flowers, bergamot, pineapple, bitter orange, cedar, patchouli, woody notes, coumarin, so think tonka, and vetiver. And this is such a sexy man freshie for summer. Perfect for dudes. Perfect for dudes. Now, many people, you know, don't ever trust Fragrantica, but many people compare it to Elysium from Rouge, the intense version. And with that, I would agree. Some people also compare it to Dior Sauvage and Creed Aventus. Because of the pineapple, it does have some like Creed Aventus resemblance, but just the pineapple, honestly. This to me is so much more refined and complex and dense, and also way more long-lasting. Not that Creed Aventus is not long-lasting, but this takes the cake. So considering this to be a men's fragrance, because it's not really for me, it definitely does lean masculine. I'm gonna rate it 10 out of 10 for men. 10 out of 10. Okie dokie. Next, I have something that's absolutely unisex, and you can wear it yourself if you're a girl, if you're a man as well. You can share it with your partner, so it's more budget friendly if you're a family. We have Vanuatu. And by the way, I really want to go to Vanuatu. This, to me, is more niche version of Gris Charnel. That's what it is to me. This is phenomenal sandalwood fragrance. This is, honestly, if you love Gris Charnel, you will adore it. If you love Gris Charnel, you will absolutely adore this. This is papyrus, pepper, fig, violet, sandalwood, cedar, some other woody notes, bergamot, patchouli, rhubarb, and cardamom, of course. So as you can see, there are a lot of similar facets between this and Gris Charnel. Cardamom, woody notes, sandalwood to be very specific, and of course the fig. So yeah, it's gorgeous. It is just gorgeous. It's powdery, it's woody, a little bit aromatic, a little bit spicy, like a fresh spicy indeed. It has sweetness. So yeah, in general, I know I keep saying in general. I know it might be annoying, sorry. But yeah, in general, if you are a fan of Gris Charnel from BDK, and any other fragrance that's similar to it, and you still haven't tried Vanuatu, You have to. You just have to. You just have to. So this is gonna be 8.5 out of 10, just because I don't reach for it for any occasion. I kind of have to be in a mood for it. Like with every single Greasque like fragrance, I have to be in a mood for it. It's not a daily scent for me, even though it's definitely a daytime scent, perfect for any occasion. For my nose, I just have to be in a mood for it. So yeah, phenomenal fragrance with fantastic longevity, but for anyone who loves Greasque. If you don't like Greasque, you might not like it. So yeah, that's that. Next, I have, let's go with the newest release. I know that the newest release is coming. However, this one is out now and it's finally on their website. And thanks to that, you can get it with my discount code if you want to. Because previously it was only available at J.U.S boutique and online store. Now it's available at Sora Dora. And that way you can pick it up with my discount code. So you're welcome. Red. I think that's what inspired me to do this lip, honestly, because I have a lot of red caps here, like 3, which is actually a lot, right? And I think that's what inspired me. Okay, red is the newest one, and in red we have coconut, cardamom, pink pepper, mandarin orange, bergamot, and clementine. Then in the mid we've got hazelnut. It gets better. We have fig, nutmeg, tiare, frangipani, iris, ylang, jasmine, and in the base we've got caramel, sandalwood, musk, and other woody notes. This is, yes, you know what it reminds me of slightly? Kind Intentions, my fragrance. But this one is definitely more like creamy woody and way more nutty, but it has something that's similar. For sure the iris, right? Like that's for sure. And the beginning, the mandarin orange, because also Kind Intentions is very heavy on mandarin orange, and we have it here as well. And then the base is sandalwood, same as with the Kind Intentions. And Kind Intentions was released when? Over a year ago, way over a year ago. So, you know, it's nice to see that this very unique genre has been picked up and twisted and turned, and now we're getting something, I think, that's going to be very popular. And this one is a beautiful, slightly spicy because of the cardamom, coconut, like nutty fragrance, very, very nutty fragrance. I don't get much of those tropical florals, but I do get iris. There is some jasmine here as well, and I definitely get a lot of sandalwood and some caramel in the base. But for me, this is predominantly a cardamom, hazelnut, sandalwood scent. It's so good, so good and so unique. Again, it's slightly similar. You might pick it up that it has some facets from Kind Intentions, at least to my nose. Of course, again, it's twisted, it's not the same, but it has some points that remind me of my own fragrance. So it's great. So that's red, very creamy, very hazelnut, sandalwoody coconut, slightly spicy scent that is so nice. And I'm telling you, this is gonna be way more popular in perfumery, I feel like. I feel like we're getting into a very nutty era. Sesame, hazelnuts, this is gonna definitely shine in the upcoming seasons. We'll see if I'm a witch or not. I know I am, but mark my words. All right, next we have, my darlings, something that's very popular, and for a good reason, because it's beautiful. This is Orchidee Rouge, and that was my second fragrance that I got from the brand, and I fell in love. This is vanilla, almond milk, caramel, rum, elemi, heliotrope, benzoin, cinnamon, a little bit of bergamot and ylang and orange. And this is such a beautiful scent. As you can see, my bottle got a little bit meh, but that's, you know why? I traveled with it a lot. And I think that once or twice I didn't open it properly, and it's my fault that the cap from here sits here. It's my fault. I know I did something to it. I know. But yeah, Orchidee Rouge. So beautiful. So many people compare it to Still Life in Rio. No, people compare it to Mercurial Cashmere from Electimus, London. Also don't agree. Italica, also don't agree. Gentle Fluidity Gold, no. There is nothing like Orchidee Rouge. So extremely unique fragrance. What I get mainly is vanilla, rum, and some resinous notes like LME. That's what I mainly get. I do also get slight ylang running through it, and almond milk. Almond milk, vanilla, rum with a little bit of ylang. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. So good, so beautiful, and of course a powerhouse. So I am rating this a solid 9 out of 10 because I really like it. Now I'm gonna show you the first fragrance that I ever got from the brand, and I already have a backup. Yes, I'm that person. And I could say this is my favorite, but it would be lying, because there are 2 that I reach for more than this. I still reach for it often. Okay, all 3. I have 3 left, and all 3 are 10 out of 10. As per usual in such videos of mine, the last ones are my favorite ones. So we're gonna start our 10 out of 10 countdown. And the first one is the first perfume I got from Sora Dora, and this is Mandorle. And I do the notes are a little bit the same when you compare it to Orchidee Rouge, a little bit the same, like they do repeat. However, this is different, and I personally do prefer it over Orchidee Rouge. I do prefer it. This is considered to be a vanilla powdery scent, and here we have suede, again we have rum, we have tonka, and again we have caramel, we have vanilla, and again we have heliotrope, cashmere wood, cacao, woody notes, and musk. So as you can see from the notes, they are quite similar, but they're completely different. You know, those same notes go completely different in each fragrance. This Mandorle is like a cherry almond fragrance with a tonka suede base, and this is the best. This is the best. Many people say it smells like marzipan, which I do agree. You definitely get the cherry effect from the heliotrope that you do not get in Orchidee Rouge. This heliotrope right here, it's almondy. You get almond milk vanilla in Orchidee Rouge and rum. And here you get almondy cherry heliotrope, some like suede cashmere wood feeling, vanilla. I don't get that much rum here. For me, it's a very deep, dark marzipan. Very deep, dark marzipan. Absolutely stunning. Again, it leans very much cherry. It's a boozy cherry, even though it's not listed as a note. Many people compare it to some of my favorite fragrances, which is Sugar Leather from Only Nomade and Cherry Punk from Room 1015. And you know what? I have to agree with both statements because there are some facets that are similar in those to this. And maybe that's why they're such favorites of mine, because I love that DNA. What I would also compare it to is Silky Woods from Goldfield and Banks, but cherry. One of my favorite types of vanilla-based fragrance. Absolutely stunning. It goes so well with Venom of Love from NAVITUS, from me. Oh, if you haven't tried that combination, then you have to. But yeah, Mandorle, 10 out of 10. I'm so happy I have a backup, even though I didn't go through this bottle yet, because you really don't need much. Trust me, I know it doesn't look like it, but I really worn this a lot out in the evenings. And when I go out in the evenings, I shower myself with the fragrance. But with Sora Dora, you don't need much. You really don't. Okay. Next fragrance is my Gourmand Heaven, and it's another 10 out of 10, and that is very well loved. This is Jany, and Jany is your doughy apple pie, like, you know, the cake, the dough that's not baked yet, but it already has all the good stuff in, like all the sugar you can think of, everything. This is Jany, and think of giving it some nuttiness. There's a lot of almond here, and apart from almond, we have nutty notes in general. We have some peach and apricot, we have some osmanthus, again we have caramel and cinnamon. Caramel and cinnamon is a very common denominator in Sora Dora fragrances. But apart from that, we also have baked apple, which you definitely get. And we have some puff pastry and plum. And you know what? I usually hate apricots and peaches in fragrances together. Especially, I really don't love apricots in fragrances. I really don't. But here, this is the best. This is such a favorite of mine, such a favorite of mine. So loved by me, guys. You can be sure that I wear it so often, and to the point that people recognize me by this fragrance. Like because I ask sometimes. That's weird, I know, but sometimes I ask my friends or my family if you could pick a scent, like assign a scent to me, what would it be? And a lot of people say that white cube you have. So, and that's the white cube. So yeah. Such a good gourmand, such a good gourmand. It smells like a cake. It smells like you just want to eat it. I'm hungry because of smelling it now, which is not good. Not good. All right, last but not least for today, and I'm gonna give you a hint about Ylop as well at the end, but last but not least, it's my third 10 out of 10, and this is, I mean, for me, like, you know, I know Gladiator was also, but you know what I mean, like for my personal wear. And this fragrance kills me every time I wear it. It really does. This is Mallow, another white cube. So I'm guessing I wear them so much that it's either or, because they're both very sweet. This has raspberry, vanilla, sugar, and pink pepper, heliotrope, orange blossom, and almond. And then in the base, it has violet, black musk, and amber. And how I would describe it, I would say, so you can picture it perfectly. It is a very modern version of Insolence from Guerlain, mixed with Love Don't Be Shy, mixed with almonds. It's a violet candy, almonds, a lot of vanilla, and some orange blossom. It has pink pepper, but I don't really get it. Raspberry, yes. It gives you that sweet, fruity raspberry here. but I would say it's very, very comparable to Insolence from Guerlain, especially the EDT. If you mix it with L'Homme Don't Be Shy and maybe some Giardini di Toscana, Bianco Latte and almonds. This is what you get. Absolutely delicious. Delicious, and even though it's a lighter scent comparing to those heavy like rum, suede, vanilla, tonka that we have here, for example, Mandorle, this is extremely long lasting. It's extremely long lasting. I actually brought Mandorle and Mallow to Italy for 2 weeks, and I would wear Mandorle when it was like rainy and super cold or in the evenings, and Mallow during the daytime. And what really surprised me was that Mallow was something that stayed put on my clothes forever. Very, very long lasting fragrance, but it's same with all of them, honestly. There's not one fragrance that doesn't last or projects. They all project, they all last. Extremely, extremely dense, long-lasting scent. Now, I'm just gonna quickly give you a hint about Ylop that I mentioned earlier in the beginning of the video. In Ylop, we have tea, apricot and apple. We have almond, rosemary, osmanthus. And in the base, we have sesame, vetiver, and absolute vanilla. And I sniffed it a couple of times during L'Accents in Milan this year, and I fell in love. It's such a good nutty fragrance. You're gonna love it. I know you're gonna love it. If you are a fan of this white collection, that it's quite new to the brand, then Ylop has to be your next purchase. But if you still don't have, these two are a must. These two are a must. So both 10 out of 10. This Jany is puff pastry, baked apple, peachy scent with loads of doughy vanilla and nuttiness. Mallow is your violet candy, love don't be shy almond scent. Mandorle, another 10 out of 10, is like a suede tonka vanilla cherry almond again. Then we have, of course, Orchidee Rouge, which is similar in note structure to Mandorle, but goes more like powdery vanilla ylang, a little bit lighter than Mandorle. Vanuatu, perfect alternative to Greasque. Gladiator, the best, sexiest pineapple fragrance for men. Then we have Red, which is the new one, Nutty Heaven, similar to Kind Intentions. It's more of a, it's like a nutty version of Kind Intentions, basically. Then we have Brocielande, which is a very, very unique gourmand, similar to ex-IDYL Love and Crime. Camel Oud, not my favorite at the moment, but it is a good oud. So I'm gonna keep it and, you know, keep on reaching for it from time to time if I'm ready again or not. And the last one that I don't have is Greasque, and I don't like it. I just don't recommend it. But other than that, this is a brand I love so much, and I think you're gonna be super happy no matter what you buy. If you decide to buy, please use my discount code because it saves you money, guys. You know, I get sent so much stuff in PR, but not many brands offer discount codes for you. So please use this opportunity to be able to purchase something with a bit of money off if you are interested, because Sora Dora is so worth it. So worth it. They are all so beautiful. Like, I cannot. And I love the bottles. I really do. They look so nice on the shelf when they're like stacked together. And I'm very much looking forward to Ylop because it's gonna be my third white cube. And I think I need a backup of Mallow. Okay, guys, I'm done. I'm done rambling. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next one. And if you already have Sora Dora, tell me which one is your favorite.